They have all compared you to the next coming of Michael Jordan.
And I'm sorry, he reminds me of Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Watching Anthony Edwards gave me flashbacks of MJ in Game 1 of the 1992 NBA Finals.
Ant-Man, at 22 years old, is on pace to become Michael Jordan.
Mike Conley said, yeah, he looks like MJ to me.
Ant-Man's the man?
Yeah, we're witnessing right now the 88 version of Michael Jordan.
I don't think so.
America, please stop the Michael Jordan stuff. This guy's had one good playoff run, and he's a great. I think he's going to be a great player. He's a really nice kid. We root for him. We want him to be.
Is he close?
No, hell no.
When it comes to the NBA in various eras, one thing fans, the media, especially the commissioner always wants is a face of the NBA and an ambassador for the league. And one thing they've been obsessed with in the 2020s is finding the next it guy, the next quote-unquote Michael Jordan, to carry the torch on from the LeBron, Durant, Curry era into the 2030s.
Giannis is the guy where if he became a deadly three-point shooter, he could replace Jordan one day as the greatest player who ever lived. I mean, he's that great. He's only 24.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is looking like 98 Jordan.
He has a very similar game to young Michael, except with a far better outside shot.
This may sound crazy, but Kawhi Leonard reminds me of Michael Jordan.
And he said he's the best prospect in college, he believes, since Michael Jordan.
And I watch him and I'm like, oh, this mid-range game, the fall away stuff, it's like the trash talking. Yeah, it's like Dominique or Michael, but it feels more Michael than Dominique.
For the better part of the past 20 years, the NBA media, they've been built off three things: comparing players to Jordan, debating Jordan's legacy, and of course, searching out for the next MJ. And it doesn't matter your playstyle, position, or height, if you resemble Jordan in any way imaginable, you'll be compared to Jordan, dubbed as the next Jordan, or at the very least, be called Jordan-esque.
There's just one word: Jordan-esque.
Now, Ja Morant, when you talk about his ceiling for his career, is Jordan-esque. And I'm going to tell you why.
Shut up, man!
And I can give you the highlight play whenever I want to give you the highlight play when I fly in this air like MJ.
His style, the athleticism, some of the moves that he puts forth, his explosiveness, etc., etc. It's Jordan-esque.
For networks like ESPN, they'll shoehorn quite literally anybody into that next Jordan role. And ask yourself the question, why are they so desperate for the next Jordan? That's because MJ in his era, his time period, transcended the entire game and took the league global. The idea it's possible to have a next Jordan, that's a pipe dream that will never happen. As in looking at the requirements to face the NBA, Michael Jordan checked every box 3 times over. Exciting playstyle, massive check. Two-way player, check. His teams were dominant, won championships, big time check. He was clutch, absolutely. He was marketable, of course.
Set your VCRs now, because once he goes, that's the only thing you're going to have is the memories and all the plays, all the joy that he gave us, because it won't be another one.
For basketball in the late 90s, early 2000s, and even the post-Jordan era, what they were always searching for was the next MJ. And looking at Jordan was actively playing, guys like Grant Hill, Penny, T-Mac, Vince, and of course Kobe were all dubbed the next Jordan, or at least Jordan-liked. The NBA right now in the mid-2020s is in a very similar spot to the late 90s and early 2000s. As someone like Jordan's kind of fading away, going to the background, and the new era of players finally emerging in a definitive face for the NBA. And for this era, who's the media picked to be MJ 2.0? That, of course, is Anthony Edwards.
And I'm sorry, he reminds me of Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
You said that he has a chance to be the next Michael Jordan. So what do you think Ant-Man needs to do to get to that level to be the next Michael Jordan?
Watching Anthony Edwards gave me flashbacks of MJ in Game 1 of the 1992 NBA Finals.
Ant-Man, at 22 years old, is on pace to become Michael Jordan.
What are you seeing from Anthony Edwards?
I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing the 89 version of Michael Jordan.
He's delusional.
Being labeled the next Jordan, the next MJ, in a lot of ways is a compliment. It means you made it, it validates your career. As a player, you're a bona fide superstar. but in other ways, it's a big-time curse. As when you get called the next Jordan Mike 2.0, that cloud of being MJ hovers above you your entire career. And looking at Perkins in that clip, he said Edwards last year was '89 Michael Jordan. That right there what Perkins is doing is setting Edwards up for undue slander. As the '89 Jordan standards, I mean, it's an impossible standard nobody can reach. Michael Jordan 1989, 35 points per game, 8 assists, 7 boards, 2.5 steals, 51% shooting. As the 6th seed made the Eastern Conference Finals, had the most 30-point 10-assist games in playoff history, scored 40-plus points 7 times, and versus the Cavs and Pistons, had crucial game winners.
Zellers has Jordan. Jordan with 2 seconds to go, puts it up and scores at the buzzer! On him, one-on-one. 5 seconds to go. Jordan off the glass. Yes!
I'm seeing the '89 version of Michael Jordan.
Are you retarded? For someone like Kendrick Perkins, obviously, not the sharpest pen in the drawer. When he compares Edwards to Jordan, what he's doing unknowingly is setting Edwards up for tons of slander, as well as criticism. As looking at Edwards' numbers last year, being 20 years old making the West Finals, he played fantastic out of his mind. For Timberwolves standards, age 22 standards, he exceeded everything. For '89 Jordan standards, he obviously did. But again, who would? What networks like ESPN and Fox Sports are doing to Edwards is sabotaging him from the jump by comparing him to Jordan.
They have all compared you to the next coming of Michael Jordan.
But I don't want to be compared to somebody of such caliber. I mean, I haven't did anything on his level yet.
Thank you! For a cross-genre comparison looking at movies, it's like saying the latest new movie is The Godfather 2.0 or The Empire Strikes Back. When you say that, you mention those two movies, your expectations are sky high, you expect a 10 out of 10 movie. Now, say you go to the theater and watch that movie, it's a very solid movie, a 9.5 out of 10. That movie on its own is a great movie. Now, was it Empire Strikes Back, The Godfather? Of course not. Those movies are 10 out of 10 movies in their own stratosphere. The exact same thing for Michael Jordan comparisons. Yes, guys like Edwards, SGA, heck, even a Zion Ja Morant, they're very good players. Are they Michael Jordan?
Absolutely not.
Now, looking at Edwards once again more specifically, when he gets called Jordan 2.0, why those comparisons stick a lot more is one, him and MJ play the same position, roughly the same athletic build, and they have a bravado and swagger to their game that a lot of players simply don't have. Besides that, the comparisons, they kind of end right there. As looking at Ant's overall game, it's veered way off course from the Michael Jordan path, as Edwards this season took an astounding 811 threes, the most in the NBA. Michael Jordan, his first 8 years, took 725 threes.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Now look, Anthony Edwards as a player, he's a very good young player with tons of potential. Is he the next Jordan? No. The next Kobe? Also no. Could he be the next D Wade? If he's lucky, he could be. The entire next MJ debate it's totally lazy, lacks tons of context, and honestly tons of knowledge about Michael Jordan, the player. As comparing Edwards versus Jordan, Edwards even right now is way behind schedule. For Michael Jordan's entire playoff career, his lowest scoring playoff run was 29.3 points per game in 1985 as a rookie. Anthony Edwards in 4 playoff runs already has been below that mark 3 separate times. So right there, you're already lagging. Michael Jordan's playoff career played 37 series. His lowest scoring average 26.6 in 1997. Anthony Edwards in 8 career playoff series 4 times already has an under that mark. And here's the knockout punch. In Michael Jordan's entire playoff career, 6 times he scored under 20. Anthony Edwards in 42 games scored under 20 points 11 times.
I don't look at it like I struggled.
Trying to be Jordan 2.0 is a bar so high, so unattainable, you shouldn't even bother doing it. And look, for Anthony Edwards, no shade to him, this is more indictment on the NBA media having to push for the next Jordan. Anthony Edwards, a victim of circumstance, a victim of the media. So that right there is the end of the video, and like I said earlier, the odds we get a Jordan 2.0 who has the game, the personality, the marketability, the odds that happens again, it's damn near impossible. So my advice to ESPN, Fox Sports, really all NBA fans, stop making Jordan comparisons and looking for the next Jordan. In the long run, be much more satisfied and happy with the players you have than the players you wish you had. As always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.